really good sense of timing on this one. Nobody ready for him, and all this pressure inside of main, that's just going to allow Trex to come up behind and catch a free kill. Not quite the second, though, as AIM letting them down a little bit. And Guild are going to struggle to get anything done here as it closes out 1-0 to Vitality. Will start to evolve. Sander really wants to peek that. He's going to be spotted by the drone. They start to now make their way out, but right into the hands of Brams. And he's going to stop any sort of trading from coming down as the spike falls, as Snakebite lands inside that orb, and it is pretty much done before it even starts. They've got all of their bases covered. They know that that trap wire was destroyed inside of halls. They know exactly where Cordamenta is going to be playing, and so safe to the body by safe. So this is a little bit dangerous.
Yeah, he's also kind of one hit to anything. Although if he's just going to no-scope them out of the server, it might not matter so much. Yeah, it was very risky running in there, but it's because he wanted the neuro theft. He wanted that information for his team so that they could go for that risky rotation in a round where they almost have to take a gamble. He's still fighting with 5 HP and a rifle. Like, normally I'd be screaming for him to give it over to a teammate, but already managing to give a 2-man advantage over to Vitality in their bonus, Guild need to fight back.
Look at kyedae up close as well. He's dashed on out. That's not an ideal fight. They need to take Trex down. He's got prime real estate to deny any sort of diffuse going down, and this round is now just falling apart. Great play by Trex, making up for some earlier mistakes, and now this round is locked in indeed. With Shadow soon to fall, but 2-1 on the board. Well handled by Guild. That's something for Guild to play off of. They know now that the B hold's going to be weaker. Coming into this round, they're just up against pistols for the most part, but I mean, that operator in the hands of kyedae can do a lot of damage. And with already a couple of kills going their way, all of a sudden they're favored to win this. kyedae's been taken down. Sender still has a rifle, and you cannot count this man out when he's got a rifle in his hand.
Unfortunately,
One enemy remaining.
Himself much. He's going to be safe already, dropping Sender, and now, well, sorry, Shadow is going to be the one looking to lock in. Finds himself a rifle. Clearly that crosshair can hit headshots, and now he just needs one more, but safe will be there to clutch it out. Guild have their third onto the board.
There's going to be some sound hurt. Brams might pop his ulti, but he's playing with a Sheriff, and then that completely changes my mind. Man's got a Ghost, sure, but you're not going to play inside a Viper's pit with this. I'll fire back at the Tracers and take you easily. So he's instead going to dance around the site. He completely caught off. They're still managing to trade a lot of these kills, but the problem is surprise factor for Sender, Hunter's Fury then on the follow-up. Now they've got to take heads-up aim duels against these rifles, and that's where things completely fall apart, especially with back going down.
It's left onto Shadow.
No chance.
Nice shot onto the first. Second player was a little bit tagged up, but he won't get anything more there. Again,
the B side only has one defender, Tom, and I mean, look at this. Sure, Vitality are starting to push up on A. A little bit late. They might be able to catch Cordamenta, but on the B side, it's only back to defend, and nobody is anywhere close. He has to hold on, and he's already 24 health.
Saves going up above, just trying to hunt him down. There has been a kill on the other side, but it's going to be back to fall. Sure, the knives are gone, but there's still an operator in play. Now, the rest of the team not really able to cross right now. The flash will at least grant them a path, but already the remaining players are rotating through. Now, one has been caught on the flank. I believe that's kyedae, and so they know at least that he's coming in from behind, and they need something here from Shadow, but he gets nothing as well. Trex just trading out too, and again, putting this in a really horrible spot. He'll finally get dropped, and the spike hasn't yet gone down, but they've already got the remaining kills anyway. It's another round for Guild. He should not be able to get this far without anybody realizing that this is starting to look very, very shaky for Vitality. Okay, Shadow will eventually peek and take down Safe, and they still have that Viper's Pit. Timing's everything, and Brams will win the duel. It's turned the round at least into their favor, and with kyedae pushing aggressively, that'll be the spike down and another dropped.
Well, this round for Vitality seems to be going quite well. They've got the spike yet again, and Trex, despite having what would be a pretty good position most of the time, and now he'll be executed from behind as well.
Actually, Shadow will close it out. Like, it's a decent recovery from early B-side executions, mid-takes that get them a split in as well. It is very scary with how things have gone.
Man, that is an interesting Viper's Pit. Sender's already behind it, and he's taking a double. This is absolutely ridiculous. Guild trying to fight their way into mid. I don't think I've ever seen that pit before. And Sender has just aced the round, slapping them down and putting Vitality on 4. 2 Guardians and a Spectre to play with here for Guild. This isn't the best of times to really be getting up close and personal. Certainly not the best of times to be whiffing the shots, but luckily, Brams has got that memo. He's able to take a double before falling. The B site comes with a heavy cost, and that cost just keeps on stacking up. Leo drops the spike in the open now, and look at that. Trex is being spotted. You know exactly where he is, and with a Spectre, he's trying to close in that distance. Back center will do it for him. That's all right. He'll take that. Upgraded weapon. 1v2.
It's not going to be impossible. He does actually have a cage. So he could just try and steal it, but I think he wants to try and even things up a little bit more before he does that, and Wildcat is not going to give him the chance. 7-5. You know what? That's a pretty damn good recovery. The map. Like, that's pretty decent. Brams as well. This is ready for safe checks. Okay, just goes up. He's like, all right, I expect you to be there. I know you're going to be waiting, and just gets a free kill.
Leo's seen them. He's going to reveal that, though. The recon giving it away for now. The shock dart on the way, but safe keeps on delivering. He's already got 3 and leaving Shadow on just 1 health. The shock dart chases him on the way out the doors.
These Spectres become deadlier by the second, and well, the Marshals coming through could kill off any one of these players, so it is starting to get very, very scary. Brams, though, lands a shot onto Trex, and that could be the difference maker. It gives them a little bit of breathing room, a chance to get on the after plant, and well, retaking with short-range weapons is never going to be easy. This duel could be everything, though. Shadow is only on 24 HP.
And he's down. Rifle to be retrieved here. Coldamenta now has a good off angle to cover his teammate as they move up. In fact, that wall is great. It's going to lock them in the backside, allow these players to start taking open fights. Brams does such a good job, though. Saving the round for Vitality.
So you could see the players basically looking to try and find out where he is this time, and they still haven't got rid of his cam. The players could just look to try and go for wallbangs. A lot of damage has come in onto Brams. Shadow, though, and Brams are going to come up big. A shorty kill, something you never really want to see, but is still happening with Safe, and he's right in the face of another. Brams is just using a stinger in his Viper's pit, and it's done a lot of damage. Now it's into that 1 versus 1. Sender facing off against Trex, the time ticking down. He's got that defuse halfway through, but the cage is almost leaving. This is a bit of a ruse from the cam, making it clear that he's not on the spike, and Sender has played this one to perfection. There is not enough time for Trex to do anything, and it's going to be another round on the board for Vitality.
You got to take the fight eventually. It's not ideal with, like you were saying, those weaker weapons. Use the flashes. Teammates coming out to cover the angles with that operator. Lock down a lot of the ranged ones. Look for the Spectres up close, but Russ and Safe dealt with immediately. 1 for Trex, but they need more. They need so much more, and now they're starting to find it. With kyedae down, but the timer is really the biggest constraint here. And the Hunter's Fury is going to guarantee that, but hold on. That's going to get the kill. Okay, this should be done. 1v1, already halfway defused, but Shadow's going to swing out. Hold on, actually, it's going to be close. And he sticks it right under his nose. The timing, only just barely rounding the corner in time.
Get aggressive, especially when you know your opponent's economy is somewhat on the brink. Coldamenta, those in a little bit of trouble here. 49 HP, he's just going to get taken out straight away from back, and well, suppressed in the corner. An operator definitely not ideal for this sort of play. So the trade's coming through thick and fast. Again, this B-side for both teams has looked vulnerable. Leo will at least get one back, but it's at the cost of his teammate Russ.
As they start to close in the distance now, looking to avenge Russ. The angles are being watched. There's too many players for Vitality on that backside, and not enough for Guild to really, not enough utility for them to push them out. At this point, Trex is just looking to save. At least you would imagine so. He's fighting a lot. Not going to be able to get out of there. Eventually, that Viper wall does come down. And you can see that the temptation has pulled them in. They'll be going for B as Russ falls elsewhere on the map, trying to get aggressive. And looks like that doesn't deter Guild. Safe is going to do exactly the same, starting to move up to the window, or kyedae currently is. This is a free kill. Oh, no! Oh, save! He's completely whiffed it! kyedae gets away with the freest kill of his life, and now Vitality, well, they are in the driver's seat. They've got the man advantage, and it's only building. That could have been the round for them. What a whiff.
Oh, like, he only had 1 knife, so yeah, I feel a little... And also, it would have given him the rest of his Blade Storm and then he would have got a free operator as well. So that probably would have changed the round.
They still have a drone to work with as well. Shadow having that online this late into the round could be super useful, but he's about to take a risky fight as they push all the way through holes. And Russ will eliminate him. Now that Viper's pit becomes so much more difficult to handle.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of space around mid because of the amount of players that push. Safe will be watching it, supporting his player from afar, and
As kyedae came back into cave, the question is, does Russ have an idea? And even if he doesn't, he's going to go towards cave to try and catch these 8 players. They're about to meet each other, and it's kyedae that ends up coming out on top as Russ falls. That is cave secured, and Vitality, oh, well, with that op kill, they look set to take this round across the line.
that was absolutely everything. Russ looks away for a literal second, and that's enough to give the space to kyedae. Now Tregs fighting back in. He's found an angle. There's some space into the site, knowing exactly where one of the remainder is now, especially with kyedae. He can give the information over to Safe, who's looking to try and peek that with the operator. Rams is still on the site itself, but that is filthy from kyedae, who's going to close it out with the ace. Vitality.
In mid, there's no one anywhere to help him. This man is solely and entirely alone with the bookie. Luckily, Vitality are going the other way, and they're going right into Safe, who's already taken the first, who's going in for more, and doing a massive amount of damage. A shock dart about to go through after that damage was done, and Brams falls. Oh my god! Vitality are running into these pistols, and they're getting obliterated. Another one for Russ, and here comes a flank play. Sure, they've caught Trex, but there's still so many more to deal with.
Well, I will say, Kodament has the worst flank weapon of all time, so all he can do is hold them in. He cannot push off of this, but it doesn't matter, because they're landing everything else! It's just a sheriff round coming out from Guild.
It's a good gamble for the round that it was, and it worked out perfectly with catching them in A main. I just really hate it.
Well, you can see this time they're making sure that they destroy all of the utility. What? Okay, Leo. That might be the most tags I've ever seen coming out from one blast of a Hunter's Fury, and this is looking done. Look how low these players are. They are in a 3 versus 5. 2 players have 105 HP between them, and kyedae is being isolated. It's left all on to Sender on their map choice, the first map of a best of 5, in a decent position, and it has slipped away to some pistols and a ridiculous Hunter's Fury. Can he do anything here to try and turn the tide? The answer is no. Guild are going to take map 1.
A resounding no on that
Yeah, more of the same of what we saw. And on the other side, I think Vitality have gone for an early push. However, though, it is going to be Russ to start things off. Playing in that close angle in the corner, looking to try and do as much as he can. In fact, Safe's going to have to go all the way around. It might not matter, though, because his teammates are doing a lot of the damage. He's got a long way still to run. They're just defusing. It is going to play the part, and there's nothing he can do at this stage. I don't know if he meant to go in the TP. I don't know if that was part of the plan.
Take these weapons. Again, they're going to overrun A, but Vitality might not expect to be running into this
they've
kind
split
of
them.
buy.
I like that. They've gone through the teleporter and split them apart, picked off that first man in Russ, who was meant to be holding onto the bathroom's control. Now this is incredibly unsafe, but they have the teleporter just to go back. Oh, it's perfect!
That is such a nice snake bite. Oh my god. Well, with that one going down, we're starting to look at a little bit of a better position to play for here for Guild. It's a 2 versus 1 Sender. 31 health left. A shock dart almost catching him as he walks through this doorway. So many players left to find. He's going to use an orb, but look at the plans. It's not even for him. Oh, he thought it was going to be up close. Of course, that's where he put the snake bite down for.
There's likely to be a combination as well with their own Seekers. I'd be surprised if they're not going to try and utilize them here to give them a chance in this round. And well, there you go.
Yep, the Seekers are going to even reveal Brams. They should know that he's close, and indeed they do. Taking him down in the end and clearing the site, or so they think, but Shadow sneaks his way in. Luckily, E2 will be detected. This will all fall by the wayside to leave a 5 versus 2. Those economy concerns we had after the previous round early in the game for 0 impact? Hell yeah. You'll let them save 2 weapons for that.
But that's the thing, that yeah, the Seekers went through as well for the defenders, so they knew the push was coming.
And he's called for that rotation early, having already spotted Safe, so kyedae's here to clear this out with him. Recon confirms they've got control over it. And there's the Viper's Pit active. Look who's coming around the side. It's Safe to catch kyedae off. Why does he go back in for that control through the Viper's sword? I don't know. But it works out, completely catching them off guard, and Shadow is left in a 1v4. Playing back into a Viper's pit as well, having to get that defuse, and he's got 27 HP. The odds are definitely stacked against him on this one, I think it's fair to say. Even getting out with a rifle will be tough. I think he seems to be thinking about just doing damage.
This is a round that I think I could watch back like 15 times, and there would just be like a load of different things that we saw, because that was all crossback from Shadow, and now they're going to get aggressive. They're just waiting for this. It's so smart from Guild. They expected that push to eventually come through, not seeing anybody fighting for any sort of hookah control, so they guessed.
Gorgeous, because he's inside the tube. Nice and safe, nice and secure. Time not going to be a problem for Guild now, but they have lost Trex. And with that, look at Center. He's caught Coldamenta. He's actually cleared the angle. The Hunter's Fury going straight down through the tunnel. It's free as can be. Safe. Good for one, but he has to find three. One up in. Hookah still will be caught on the way out. Safe. Looking to clutch this now in the 1v1. Still with a dash online. And a headshot to close it. A 1v3 for Safe. Guild just will not let Vitality into this map.
That clutch was perfect. He was waiting for every swing. First player there. He knows the second player is going to try and jump out. He's waiting for that as well. And then just holds exactly where the last man is. If that happened in your matchmaking game, you would have reported him for wall hacking in the previous rounds. Especially the other side of the map. It does, however, give them a very quick rotation. And while it's going to have to be a turnaround, Russ, again, he's completely trapped and he gets kyedae while he's completely blind. That's gross. Now he's being flanked again, but he's switched his positioning to just hold for this. Oh, that's going to be infuriating. Again, like, they basically made that play to try and isolate a player like Russ, and just a little bit of luck goes a long way. Those are some nice shots, though, from Brams at this point.
Yeah, I think they're past the point of Karen for sure. I kind of want to see Brams. Yeah, look, he's baiting them in. He's got a rifle. He's not going to get anything else out of that. I've wanted to see him do the showstopper. Ultimately serves no purpose, and now he's on 50 health with Center drop behind him. He has to try to open up a little bit of space with this op. They're about to crunch in on him now. He's even vulnerable as well. The op in hand waiting. Oh my god, back. It's just being played by Safe. A classic takes him down, and 5v3 we stand. Vitality desperate for a round. My god, they just can't get anything. But Shadow, this could be it. No, I don't think it will be. 46 health remaining. This round is well and truly done.
Have you
utterly
seen that
insane
clip?
round.
This time they've actually got the setup as well. 3 players within the site. You can see that operator up above just ready watching. Although it was, it's actually rotated through. Sender's going to win the fight. A decent cosmic divide to make those battles a little bit more awkward, and well, this is looking a lot better for Vitality. Finally winning out some of these duels, and well, I think Russ has realized this round is maybe gone, so just going to try and retrieve a couple of ultimate orbs, get those Seekers back, because we've seen already multiple rounds won by that ult alone.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're sitting economy-wise on exact numbers, but I'll say strong. Guild, not going to be too worried about losing those rifles. Definitely worth trying to farm up towards the ultimates, and Leo with his Hunter's Fury online. But as I say about a player hiding in a corner, getting that big 2 or 3K, here comes Brams. If they check for this, I think it's safe to say that Guild's brains are just too big, but they've been caught. Only for the one.
Yeah, Vac regressed as well, managed to catch out Russ, finally winning that Bathrooms duel, and with the Viper's Pit currently down over on B long, they can, well, that has a risk in its own.
Leo has already taken the first, and he's somehow drop shots. Get the hell out of here. What's going on here? So who we got? Okay, Vac is still alive, so I guess maybe a nade comes in, something like that. It makes a lot of sense for Leo to just not risk it. Yeah, with the 33 HP and a Hunter's Fury, he doesn't want to be throwing that round away. And although they do a lot of damage, 30 HP on both of these remaining players. One of them is Trex, who's oh no, he's been caught! He was trying to bounce his way out. Kyedae getting his health back up now. The Hunter's Fury won't take him down in just the one burst, and he's already halfway defused on this. Leo's gonna hurry up. He's gonna get it all the way. kyedae just sneaks it out underneath his nose. Pros don't fake. And
you can see the Seeker's incredibly confused, but because one has been destroyed, they might not expect Vac to still be here. He's gonna line up a couple, finally stepping up to the plate and putting a couple on the board. There's still another for him to deal with, and Coldamenta will at least put him in the grave.
With Safe shutting down Shadow, now they need a big return. The Hunter's Fury goes out searching for a couple of players, and although kyedae ends up on 70 HP, there'll be no taking him down just yet. 2 versus 3. These players,
Out of charges.
as of yet unknown, but Leo's about to reveal himself. They know exactly where he is now. That reveal not going to do all too much for him, and he's being pushed from behind. 1 versus 1, but Sender catches him, just making it around before I think. Super fast. They've gone up in through hookah, and they're now looking to push there as 4, but the problem is the one guy who's alone is Brams, and he gets shut down.
Because they can't go for default because they don't have any long control, so they have to try and plant for the spawn, and they don't have that control either, or at least for now. kyedae is still waiting, and he's only going to get 1. That's an important clear. The trade out of players is definitely worth it for Vitality.
Enemy mark.
With low HP on a lot of these guild guys, and now they're stuck on long. This is looking like the pistol that Vitality needed has been secured. Nice and easy to finish off these last remaining players, and there it is. A 5th found, and Vitality will be moving a little bit deeper away, and if he has now been spotted, things get dangerous. Yeah, he's bailing on out of there. This snake bite. Making him feel like he's overstayed his welcome a little bit. Skirmishing behind this wall. We talked about time earlier on. There's only 15 seconds left, and the spike has again been dropped. Time to attempt it again for Vitality. The time, and they have to just do it now. And this has to be huge by Brams, and he's actually holding the front line, allowing the spike plant to go down. That is incredible. I thought that their backs against the wall, backed into a corner. I didn't think they'd have any chance, but now they've got a 2v3.
Almost a little bit more. Shadow leaving a player low. Brams needs this duel, and he's going to take another. And look at Sender. He's got the timing almost perfect. Just wrapping back around. Brams is going to peek, but he's almost just buying time for that last man to come through. Instead, though, it looks like he's going for the lineups. It won't even matter. You'll see a little bit of a jiggle peek from Russ, just trying to spot information. And the Tiger, I believe, will have actually seen one player. Safe, though, has just decimated Vac, and now Trex has killed off Brams on the other side.
But Safe, attempting to leave his safe spot, has been caught. kyedae to drag out the utility of their opponents, and more importantly, they want to be peaked right now. They want a defender to swing on in. They'll get the plant in the end, securing it completely, putting up their orbs, but that's when the flank comes through from Russ, and he takes a quick double, leaving Shadow. Do practically nothing in this. I mean, the time definitely against him. They know exactly where he is and where he's moving. As he steps around the corner, Trex quickly deals with him, giving Guild their...
Yeah, they do have the Seekers, though. And that's going to be one of the scariest ults you can have while you're in a Viper's pit. Because if you get hit by it, your position is revealed. Most of the players doing quite well, but Russ straight in there managing to clear one out. Sender has also had to leave his Viper's pit, so if he's there for too long, it will dissipate, although that may end up being an advantage. Shadow catches out Trex as he pushes as well, and it's just trading back and forth. A 3 versus 2 in the favor for now, but Vac, he springs his trap straight out the back. kyedae going through with the judge, though, will drop him, and now it's left all on to Sender, and he will be caught as well. The only problem could be the time, but there is plenty of it available for Guild. A lot of ults used.
Out of there.
Only just. He's only got 42 HP.
Oh my god.
A little bit of judge on judge. This kyedae is going to wrap back around and kill off Vac. It's not something you say too often, but when you're on bind, it's something we've come to expect. And Safe, even while low on HP, is going to go back for the re-aggression. There are still 3 players within this B site. It's a 3-on-3 as they try and enter.
I think they might have spotted Safe, or Russ, sorry, but apparently not, because he's able to just side-swipe for a triple.
30 seconds left.
Well, as you heard, 30 seconds are left on the clock, and Vitality have to make a move now. There's almost no time to switch up directions. Cosmic Divide committed, and here's the push. Bravwell slows them. Leo and Safe showing up for a double. Hunter's Fury not doing what it needs to, because with 12 seconds left, Shadow's all alone, and he has no chance of getting out of here with a win at least. Let's see if he can even get out alive, running towards the bathroom. Try and save this operator, but they know what he's got.
He gets the orb at the end, which is going to be Hunter's Fury.
Really wanted Guild to make a mistake and step out of line here, but now they're realizing you got to put it all on the table here and now. See what you can get done. Hunter's Fury blindly deployed, but they knew they were coming through mid. The Gravwell caught Vac. He's down to 70 HP. Shadow barely holding on 20. That heal not coming through, sadly. With Cadaver now gone and everybody else following, it's left to Brams, trying to clutch this out with the op, but he will not get it done either. And 13-9 will close this one out. An incredible game. Some teams abandon the jet, but Safe, he didn't ever abandon it. He's always playing it. Oh, the wall goes up and the dash is already in. kyedae behind enemy lines, but Leo spots him and Brams falls right after. Things are looking good for Vitality here in the pistol round with some strong duels going their way. Or for Guild. Names are swapped.
Yes. it's gone the Guild way. And Safe, he's been so good in the pistol rounds with this Sheriff. The only man left is Sender. They haven't actually spotted him, but Trex, well, even leaped with surprise because maybe they would hope, and it is going to be the site lost. And this is where things get a little bit tougher when you do have those SMGs in play. Going for these retakes, taking these ranged battles. Sender just shutting down a couple of players. Again, there will at least be a trade back, and they do still have the rifles, which are yet to really be spotted.
Looks like they're going to just blitz straight out. In fact, they've dodged flashes on the timing. Shadow used up all his utility. Now they have nothing left to work with on Vitality's side in terms of util, but that's when they just execute Guild. Control of mid completely. Still have control over Heaven and a camera watching for Vent Room, but Safe is a perfect opportunity to use this Blade Storm now. Get up close to them as Guild defend up in Heaven. Buying the time for that Blade Storm to come through, but they're watching for it. Sender, wise to his tricks, picks up the flank, and now a 4v3. Guild on the back foot. Vitality can take this wherever they want with all the information to play with.
Oh, Russ needs to go absolutely huge once again. He comes up with 2. He gives Leo a chance. The last player is low, and that's the spike on the ground. It's going to come into a 1 versus 1. Brams facing off against Leo. 2 players you would definitely want in these sort of scenarios, and Leo
has all the info to play with.
10 seconds left.
He's creeping up closer and closer by the second. Plant about to come through just as he's rounding the corner. That'll be when Brams is backing off, but Brams still wins the fight. The headshot delivered. A bunch of other teams, Alliance included, when I was on that roster, tried to acquire him as a player when... Okay, why have they got 2 kills already? Guild should not be able to fight into this round. I thought this...
There is a significant advantage, and that is a beautiful Cosmic Divide. You might be thinking it's an eco, they shouldn't need to use it, but it is huge. It doesn't matter, though. One of the jewels has been isolated, and because of that, Safe has gone back. He gets a kill here. The round is over, and he lands the headshot onto Shadow. That's the spike on the ground. It's done. Brams might be a clutch king, but he's not winning this one, and they know he's trapped in the corner. Guild have done it again. It is just pistol. They probably would have won Breeze, but that's it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, these nasty pistol rounds, especially that mid one, was great. And look at this. With pistols, Vitality can't really do the same. They come out of Heaven and just get mowed down. I gotta say, maybe it's even Russ. You know, that mid push that came out with the Sheriffs? 4 players down mid, take those shots. Still online after that frag, which is the most important thing for the angle he's holding. He can dash down into the vents nice and safely. Here comes a showstopper, looking for the site itself. Grab well in. kyedae gonna be dropped. Here's the play for Safe, but Brams catches him. Left on 10 health. Vac low as well. No time really for them to get this done. This should be an easy cleanup for Guild.
10 seconds left.
I've seen Vac go towards the site, but there is simply no time.
Look at Russ as well. It may not even matter for this peak because they know that the flank's coming through anyway. Brams, this needs to be a truly ludicrous play to try and get anything done in this one. They are waiting for him. Beautiful whiff from kyedae, but it's all right. He's got Trex alongside him to close.
Really helps secure it. Guild have a perfect way of playing that and not overextending and giving those advantages away. Now, we're going to see a duel into Safe, but he's actually missed. And now he's stunned on site. Blade Storm out to try and defend.
30 seconds left.
It's a gorgeous stun, but he's still alive, and the flash will catch him as well. He's being hit by every single piece of utility, but they haven't managed to clear him. Everything that came through, and then the rotations there as well. Leo, kyedae putting another couple in the grave, and while it will be closed out again by Guild. Again, I like the setup from Vitality.
And please, attack side Jet. I don't want to see people saying kyedae's got 3 kills. Split. Attack side. Jet. It's fine. That's your job. You go into the site, you entry like that, you die 9 times out of 10. That's what's expected of you. If it ends up at 9-3.
Yeah, they're running out of time to do anything here. The slow in play as well is almost just ratty. And while running straight into Leo, he might get caught in a grab well, but it doesn't even matter at this point. If anything, the remaining players either need to save or die. And well, Leo is just so clinical.
spam through it when the orb was being taken, because it definitely looks like Brams... Well, no, actually, Brams had ult already coming into the round, so I don't know why he'd be on orb. Either way, absolutely, the kyedae is a lunatic when it comes to playing with that. I don't think they're going to expect Safe to be pushing. He tanked some of that aftershock, and he's right behind them already. That Rolling Thunder buys them a little bit of time, but ultimately it comes down to Safe's timing on whether this will be closed out. Maybe it comes down to the Odin of kyedae, who's on site, just demolishing them. And this round, surely done and dusted here. Back, the final man standing now in a 1v3, and they know exactly where he's going to be coming from. Holding the angle is Leo, and we will end up at 9-3. Jeez. And here's the reward as he sneaks up behind Sender, who is about to be infuriated. Russ, don't you take that knife out, thank God. He finishes him off with a pistol.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they've still got to deal with kyedae, though. One more defender on this side. Let's see what he could do. A first kill at least. We'll put it into a 3 versus 3 when the retake begins. But the site has been lost. A plant guaranteed. And that's the thing. The remaining players don't know what angles are held. With Russ being that far forward, they have no idea where the remainder are. Safe taking a big risk. A pop flies. What? 2 for 1. They didn't even need that little lucky shot. But the fact is now, Shadow is all that's left. A 1 versus 3 to try and bring something back. And well, even when opportunities are put into his hands, he's not going to get anything.
There's one. Sneaking around towards the site. The right click actually does a little bit of damage. Both were on 74. It was doable towards the end.
He's a little bit of a rat, I won't lie. It's just gross, and I don't want them to push this now. Oh, never mind. Oh, he's just been destroyed. Just trying to tap a few bullets through Shadow with a Bucky. Okay, there's one. That's something at least. A little bit of a gap within the wall, and he's going to delay them at least a little bit. A chance here for something, and he's still doing a lot of damage. Some seriously low players on the other side, but Safe is just running riot. Finally, he's put into the grave and gives them a chance, but there's only Sender left.
Oh, he's managed to recover a rifle, though, and down goes Trex. Low HP for Russ, and even kyedae won't last too long. There's the first dropped already, but he'll be killed in the end. Sender comes so close to being the hero for... We needed them to win that cleanly, because if they are to streak together this many rounds, they better be damn good versus the rifles and even better versus the pistols. But they've taken the first 2 to start with. Rez comes through right after, though. After Leo finding that kill in the previous round, he had this online.
Oh, that was sick.
Spike down B.
Nice little angle to manage to find a kill back. Still, though, it's even. kyedae coming in with the Blade Storm. Oh, he almost gets caught out. And Vac still just having to survive alone on the site, but he's doing a great job of it. Nade even goes back out, recovered after a couple of kills, and Sender just misses the timing. I don't know if they will have heard him from behind. It leaves Leo alone, and this time there's nothing he can do. A triple for Vac. Yeah, that hasn't necessarily been the case against a lot of these pistols. Oh, the push-up from Sender. It's a nice little pop flash, and he's going to get himself a multi-frag off. It's still a rifle. Could be picked up, but Shadow's alongside him to at least put another in the dirt. Not really something that can be fought for anymore, especially with Trex having the spike. Oh, I didn't see him initially, but eventually the reactions kicked in.
50 seconds left. At least he has the spike, but he's running into 3 players. The first is Vac. Sat on his left side. 54 HP. He could have been 1. It wouldn't have made a difference. Nice clean headshot.
Be on to Russ. He's the only person who's been ulted, and they actually get very little for it. He's not cleared out. They do rotate back into the B site, though, and we'll have a decent amount of players here.
Russ is being caught in the way. kyedae with the op. Delivering, and he's got 2 teammates to cover his crossover. Brams now standing alone as the only cover for that operator, and he's going to swing into a fight. Luckily, Trex runs out of ammo, runs out of the site as well. He's bailing, pushed back by the utility. A 1v3 looking very, very difficult indeed, as these players are just lined up and waiting. Brams misses the first shot, the peak in heaven, not going according to plan. Trex is being given an opportunity here. Oh, this would be such a devastating round for Vitality to lose. The spike is being retrieved by now, and Trex has a choice to make. 30 seconds on the clock, left. Barely any time to rotate, and he won't hit the shot onto Shadow.
A full stack outside A. I think this is a complete pace change, and, well, not expecting it up to be there, I guess.
considering the setup from Vitality, they're reading into this. They're expecting Guild to come for it. 3 players around here, no mid control at the start of the round. They thought after the eco that Guild would have gathered the information. Hey, A's kind of weak. We can get in there with pistols, with Spectres. Let's do it with rifles. So Vitality sit on the site and say, yeah, sure, dude. You want to come A? Go ahead. They mow them down. Guild running into that stack early. It was a gamble. They rolled the dice on what they thought was a clear weakness, but Vitality had already made the adjustment. They'd patched up that hole, and Guild got lured into the trap. He is a lunatic. Nade landing right on top of him. He was patient, but not patient enough. Almost caught back, and now he's lost his life. The hero up down, but it can be retrieved. And it will be in the hands of Fundamenta. Oh, and Sender's gone down. Look at where Trex is. He's in their spawn. I was so preoccupied with the op on mid, and so are they. Trex just walked through A.
Shadow trying to make sure that nobody's able to retrieve the gun. He goes up over their own wall, uses it against them. Sure, there's going to be an afterplant here, but it is still only that operator as the one weapon in play, and kyedae is waiting for it. Absolutely nothing comes, and while they have to try and make a 2 versus 4 stick with pistols, I don't see that happening.
Well, they know where Brahms is, and Brahms knows where they are. Wait, a nice double. That'll be closed out. Nice and clean. Well handled. Vitality, 11 towards Vitality. But it's the round-to-round utility that should lead Guild to victory, but so far that hasn't been the case. Brahms in trouble. 1 kill and traded out, site now open. There's only 1 player here to stop it. It's Shadow. He's going to ult, and he's all by himself. He has to deliver on this, and he's going to be putting an aftershock, but they've evaded it entirely. He slowed them, though. He's run that clock down. Rust in the back lines, though, is the big problem, because he's now going to catch back, swinging a little deeper, but kyedae shuts him down, and now Shadow almost had the timing, but Fundamenta went back to check it. Vitality on the back foot. 2v4. Goodbye. 2v3. Trex caught. Up shot, not landing. Bladestorm comes out. kyedae not able to deliver, and Guild buys him that little bit of extra space, and he's away before they join him. Seekers on their way. He destroys them with the op. Now they're close, safe, looking to punish that operator right up in his face, and he'll get the first, following up for more. Safe as a madman, now on site, planting the spike as Shadow wants to get back in, but there's so many players here, and he's caught with util in hand. The showstopper, that last-ditch attempt by Vac, it's found basically nothing so far, and it'll get nothing done again. Vitality are being dismantled at the last second for 13-11. Guild take the series.